Right. There we go. Hello everyone. I don't know, I'm not 100% sure if I am streaming right now, so this might start in just a few seconds, which makes absolutely no sense if it starts in just a few seconds. But today we're playing some Minecraft. I'm just going to check this is all recording properly. I do believe it is. I'm just going to reposition my headset as well. Do you know, I was thinking before, if you are watching right now, let me just get rid of this for a second here, because it's making me feel a bit weird. I'm like watching myself play the game on one screen. I'm watching it play itself 10 seconds ago on the other screen. Bit weird, but but yeah. Is it 10 seconds? I'm not sure how much the delay is. But yeah. In fact, I'm going to take the URL for this stream and I'm going to plop it in our Button Mashers group chat. Server URL. Is that how you do it? Okay, I think that's how you do it. I'm going to go on our Button Mashers URL chat and post this as live. And there we go. Is that going to work? It is live on the SMP. I don't usually stream, so come and watch me derp. Smiley face. There we go. And I'm sure if any of you watching this, I'm reading that as I type right now. That would be pretty cool, even though there is a bit of a delay. Anyway, so the thumbnail for this stream, as you guys probably saw, was a map that I was creating. So I'm going to go find that now, if that's a possibility. Let me just double check. Yes, right, okay. I just remember what we're doing. By the way, with eating, fish now give me 8 hunger chunks. Are they haunches? Hunger haunches? I don't know. They give me 8 of the hunger things. So basically, I try and wait as long as I can before actually eating fish. Anyway, so this was the thing that you saw on the thumbnail. I'm currently in the process of making a giant map. See there, it filled 3.5, even though it was just a regular cooked fish. We'll see how high we can get. A few things to talk about today. First of all is this map. I'm currently in the process of mapping the entire spawn out. I've got the bridges that go to Ghetto Spawn, and also the bridge that leads up to Hari and Kento's area? No idea if that's correct. I might be speaking out my arse there, but yeah, I think Hari and Kento. Thank you, Lightning. Thank you, Lightning. Now, for anyone watching this stream, I'd say a little rule of this now is, if you build anything on the server, say for example, if I was to build something right here, I would take out the map, wander over to that area, fill in the map with the new information, and put it right back. And if everyone on the server can consistently do that, we will have a sweet server map constantly up here on this little thing that I've made here, which is just below, you know, this little pyramid style thingy. And the rain's clearing, thank fuck. So yeah, there we go. We've got this little I don't know what you'd even call it, like a raised thing. I'm going to call it a pier, even though I know it's not a pier. So there we go. It does look a little bit ugly from behind, but no one really lives over here, so it doesn't really matter, does it? We've just got my joke house. So yeah, that's how it looks on the back. It's just got some... I figured the trapdoors made it look a little bit nicer. But yeah, as you have to do with maps, if any of you have seen me build a map before in this game, you're best when you're making the back wall of the map to put glowstone every other block. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a second. So here it is. Yeah, by having glowstone there in the middle, there, and there. I saw the creeper, by the way, don't worry. We can light up the entire map equally. I'm now using knockback, by the way. Haven't really used a knockback sword in ages, but I'm kind of getting into it. It's just, the problem with knockback is that when you find something like a skeleton, you have to hit it and then run straight up to it and hit it again, otherwise you've just given it a clear advantage. So yeah, knockback can be good in some scenarios, but not in others. So I'm just going to try and make best use of it. And why are there so many damn creepers? Spawn really needs lighting up, doesn't it? Put down a torch here so we can reduce the creeper spawning. So here we are in my house right here. I've actually got all the materials I need here, the 9 empty maps. I'm going to just quickly dump a bunch of my crap in the chests here. I don't currently have YouTube open, by the way, so I'm not sure if someone's messaging me. Let's get that up. Let's have a look. There's one person watching. Let's have a look. Anyone said anything? No. One person watching. Well, one person watching. Hello. Feel free to say hello on the chat, and I'll respond because I've got it open now. Can I pop that out? Pop out chat. Yes, I can. Hey, that's pretty cool. Look at that. I'm going to put it on the screen for just a second so you guys can see. Look, I've got like a pop out chat. That's pretty cool. So I could actually leave this here and just have it there permanently, but that's in my face, so I'm going to take it off screen and put it over there. Having a dual monitor setup was the best decision of my life. Like, damn, it's so helpful. It's so damn helpful. Right, sand goes in there. Stone brick. Oh no, that's my boots. There we go. Stone brick goes in there. Mob drops go up there. Yep. I think that's everything. Crafting bench. Crafting bench goes in there. Hang on a second. Ah, got 28 of them in there, so they can all go in there as well. Right, yeah. For any of you wondering, by the way, all the commands I'm doing here to sort my inventory, we do currently have Inventory Edit installed, and a few other mods as well that you guys might see while you're watching today. I'm making a video at some point in the future of, like, a, you know, I don't know, top 5 ways to improve your vanilla Minecraft experience with mods, or something similar, something along those lines. You know, something incredibly clickbaity. I've been thinking of making a few clickbaity videos at the moment, because I know it's terrible. I know making clickbait videos is terrible, but it works, you know, so I might give it a try. Sorry. Yeah, so we're going to go get the last map from this corner. Go see where that is. So this is actually my nether fortress. As you guys know, the nether fortress in Minecraft is black. On the map it's red though. And having done this, I'm thinking now, I think there might be a command folder or like a color code folder that we can change to change the color of the map on, you know, of the color of the nether brick on the map. Because right now on the map, as you can see there in my bottom right corner, it's bright red. And my nether brick's black, so maybe we can get that changed. I hope we can. So let me think. It's just down here, isn't it? It's directly below. Okay, there we go. So pull onto the map, get that out, and there we go. Beautiful stuff. We've also got a little bit of that island in as well. That's pretty cool. So we can fly back and put the right stuff where it needs to be. And why isn't stuff loaded? There we go. I was wondering why that wasn't happening. Yeah, we have Chunk Animator installed as well. Chunk Animator is one of my favourite client-side mods of all time. It's so underrated. I barely see anyone using it, and it's just so pretty. Right, Nether Fortress, bottom of the Nether Fortress, and that corner of the map is now finito. Lovely. I might find some music we can listen to, because it's unusual that I can actually have any music that bloody works, because everything's copyrighted. It's terrible. For any of you wondering, by the way, right now I'm just wearing a jumper, so yeah, jumpers are comfy as fuck. Is my mic even good? Okay, there's going to be a little bit of reverb for a second here. For any of you wondering, by the way, right now I'm just wearing a jumper, so yeah, jumpers are comfy as fuck. Is my mic even good? My mic's good. How cool is that? Okay, right, I'm going to get my folder up of non-copyrighted music on Google Play. I think all this music's not copyrighted, but we'll find out. I've got music in here from Boss Fight, C418, the Portal 2 soundtrack, a little bit of Kevin MacLeod, and one called Alakazam from Justice. Interesting. This is a good song. We'll put this on. I know I can use this one. This is from Kevin MacLeod. I'll quote the songs that we used today in the description. So here's Non-Stop by Kevin MacLeod. I love this music. For any of you that watch Trey the Explainer, what am I talking about? None of you here will have watched Trey the Explainer. Trey the Explainer is a video dude who makes videos around prehistorical creatures and prehistorical things. To give you an idea of what kind of things he makes, he made a video recently which was based on the scientific inaccuracies of the film 10,000 BC. Really interesting stuff. As someone like myself who's just a complete geek for anything prehistoric biology, prehistoric civilizations, it was amazing. So if you haven't heard of him, someone needs to maintain that bridge better. If you haven't heard of Trey the Explainer and you're as much of a geek for dinosaurs as I am, you'll damn. Christmas came early. Right, there we go. Speaking of Christmas came early, I've recently been watching Iron Fist. Oh. Let's talk about that for a minute, shall we? Of the Netflix... That's a little bit loud, turn it down a bit. There we go. Of the Netflix TV shows that you have Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Defenders, Punisher, in that order. I've recently been watching Iron Fist because I'm going to be watching the Defenders pretty soon, and Iron Fist obviously appears in the Defenders. I've watched Daredevil. I've watched Daredevil multiple times. I just love that show. I could talk about that show for hours. Jessica Jones I've watched twice now, Luke Cage I've watched twice now, because I watched those both once and then thought I'll rewatch them again for Defenders because it's been like a year or so. So I rewatched Daredevil again, even though I've watched it like 3 or 4 times now. Rewatched Jessica Jones, rewatched Luke Cage, and I thought, you know what? I might as well try Iron Fist, because Iron Fist is going to appear in the Defenders. I'm going to try it. Before like this week, I'd only ever watched the first 15 minutes of the first episode of Iron Fist, and I was just like, what are you doing? I can act better than this myself. There's a scene, right, where he goes into the office, and he's in the office of this big building, you know, and they confront him, and he's just there like, you know, he comes to the office and he's like, I'm Danny Rand. I'm Danny Rand. You got to take me back. It's my offices. And they're just like, you need to leave, sir. and they're just not listening to you at all, and you just think, they just keep telling you need to leave, you need to leave, you need to leave, you need to leave in the most monotone voice, and then they're like, where's security? And it's like, oh, security's not here for some reason, I'll go get them. It's like, okay. And Danny Rand's just like, but I'm Danny Rand, take me back. And they're just like, no. And they just do that for about 5 minutes straight, and I'm just like, oh, it's so boring. So some of Iron Fist is just so boring. It's like, you know, there's TV shows that you have to just watch and concentrate 100%, and it's beautiful. Game of Thrones is one of those shows. You just watch and you concentrate every single second, and it's just like, oh my god, it's amazing. And then you've got shows like Daredevil, which are like, I'd say 80% of the way there. They do have some relatively slow scenes, like where, you know, Matthew Murdock in the first season takes a lot of trips to the church and just kind of gets depressed about killing people, even though he never does kill anyone. But then, obviously, you have the really, really tense action scenes, which are absolutely insane. And need I talk about, you know, the hallway scene, the stairway scene, all of those scenes which were just filmed over the case of about 7 minutes with no cuts, and you just think, how do they do it? I'm going the complete wrong direction, aren't I? How do they do it? And it's amazing. Iron Fist is just like, the soundtrack doesn't fit anything. Like, you watch the opening credits and it's just like, I mean, you think, I was thinking about this the other day actually, with Daredevil, you watch the Daredevil opening theme, and it's like mystery and intenseness and kind of, you know, like shadowy and stuff, and you think, oh, this is going to be an interesting show. And Daredevil's obviously someone who works in the shadows, and it kind of fits well. Jessica Jones starts off like, you know, like just a classic PI theme tune, like, oh, this is something like Sherlock, I'm going to be watching a detective themed you know, show, this is going to be pretty sick. And then the guitar starts, you're like, oh, okay, never mind, this is a little bit more epic than you know, like than just a standard detective show. And then you watch Luke Cage, and it's just like, it's just like, just cool, it's just chill, you know. It's just chill, like Luke Cage is just chill. And then you watch Iron Fist, and it's just like, the music's like, you barely even notice it in the intro. It's just like, oh. So yeah. It's really bad, in my opinion. I could have probably made a better intro myself with literally no intro skills. So, making the map, there we go. So yeah, so basically I watched Iron Fist, and the intro, and the first 5 minutes, and the acting, and the scripting, and I was just like, whoa. What is this show? So I just gave up on it instantly. And to be fair, I've now watched about 6 or 7 episodes. It gets better. It gets alright, but it's still, without a doubt, the worst Marvel TV show I've ever seen. And honestly, I know this is mean, and I'm grilling some poor producer right now, but my god, the director? I don't even know. I don't know what he was thinking. It's just, I blame him entirely. I honest to God do, because it's just crap. It's just really, really crap. But yeah, I'm kind of midway through watching it right now because I want to be fully up to date on all 4 of our characters before the Defenders starts. Defenders starts in 5 days. Oh my god, 5 days. Wait, is it 5 days? No, it's 3 days. Oh my god, 3 days until the Defenders. Christ, honest to God, right, the day it comes out, I have work the next day. Don't give a shit. I'm going to stay up all night and watch the whole thing. Just because Daredevil, if I get more of that, yes please. Jessica Jones and Daredevil working at the same time. Yes, yes please. So yeah, I'm very hyped for the Defenders. I think it's going to be absolutely insane. So yeah, I might actually make a review or something actually if people do like watching that kind of thing, because I'm into a lot of movies and TV shows and film and everything. You guys know I'm a Star Wars fan, obviously. I was considering making reviews of things in the future, but I just don't know if I'll watch them, to be honest, because it's like, who's this dude who makes Minecraft videos? I don't want him commenting on my shit, so you never know. Might be a bad idea, might not be. Anyway, let's, actually, this is probably not a good idea, is it? Let's get rid of that, and get that there, get rid of those. Okay, so this is where we are right now. I'm going to fly, and then as soon as we go off the boundary, wait a second, next one, there's the next one, get a new map ready, wait till we go just off the oh shit, just off the boundary of this one, we are, map, hope that's in the right place. It looks like it might be a little bit far, but should be fine. Oh well, if it's not, we'll just change things around. So there we've got this one. I'm going to use the little cursor at the side to judge. So we are off the edge. Get myself a new map ready. Now we're here, good. Now wait till we're off the we're off the radar, good. And then get a new map ready. And bam, okay, that should be it. I think, unless we fucked up that top corner one, I think we do have everything perfectly now, so I'll put those in place. Anyway, yeah, so I was bitching about Iron Fist. Yeah, so watching Iron Fist recently, and yeah, the reason why I said about Christmas, you know, I said before, like, oh, Christmas came early. Oh, Christmas, no, please. There's a character in that show called Claire, and she is kind of like she's in a relationship with Luke Cage. Luke Cage being the you know, the bulletproof dude, big black bulletproof dude, and one of his like signature lines is just "Sweet Christmas." And whenever anything crazy happens, he just says "Sweet Christmas" because he refuses to swear, basically, and it becomes pretty likable. It suits him, you know. You can just get used to it. And then they've kind of started forcing. Oh, that's perfect. Good, good stuff. They've kind of started having Claire use it as well, and now we have this situation where, you know, for like an entire season's worth, 13 episodes, Luke Cage will say "Sweet Christmas" whenever anything bad happens or anything crazy happens, and you like it and you get used to it and it's really cool. And now in Iron Fist, whenever anything bad happens to the Iron Fist characters, because Claire's in every single TV show, she's like the connector between all four of them. I have a feeling that's how they'll meet, actually. They'll all meet through Claire, or possibly that's how the Defenders will start. But anyway, my point being is, whenever anything crazy happens in Iron Fist now, Claire's like stood around in the background and say the girl whose name I still don't know because it doesn't really get said, is just, I am indeed. Yeah, the girl who yeah, what am I talking about? Sorry. Neon Cam, damn it. Yes, the girl who Iron Fist is with, Ninja Girl. Not entirely sure who she is. I just think of her as Ninja Girl, Asian Ninja Girl. She gets poisoned by Madame Gao, or one of Madame Gao's goons or whatever. And she's in the background there, and she just stands there and just goes, "Sweet Christmas," and you're just like, that's not your thing. It doesn't work. No one else in the entire of these shows should say "Sweet Christmas." I don't care if you spend 15 hours a day with Luke Cage. You know, you wouldn't pick that shit up because it's so unique to him. And she says it so many times, and it just sounds so fucking stupid every time. You'll just hear her say it in the background, just like "Sweet Christmas," and you're just like, why? It's just so bad. It's really, really bad. But I will give props to the show that there are some things, like the storyline with Ward's dad is amazing. I really like that. I think Ward's dad, I think actually the actor of Ward's dad, I think he's actually pretty good. I've never seen him in anything else. Physically, he kind of reminds me of the guy who plays, what's his name in Primeval? Nick Cutter. Nick Cutter in Primeval. He physically reminds me of Nick Cutter because he's got kind of like a, you know, like a gritty face and kind of blondie brown hair, about the same height, about the same build. So when he first came on, I was like, oh my god, is that Nick Cutter? And no, it wasn't. I would have been pleased if it was, but he wasn't Scottish enough. So reverb. Reverb's very nice. So we're gonna get some more food here. Grab some more stoof. Let's get half of that. There we go. Is anyone commenting? Let's have a look. Oh, hello there. New haircut. Yes, Stein, I have a new haircut. I'm actually getting another haircut in a few days as well, because I've gotten into this trend recently, which is very fuckboyish, unfortunately, which is like, before I had relatively long hair, medium to long, well, not long hair, you know, people have like hair down to their butts or whatever, but long hair for me. I've gotten into this trend recently of having very, very short hair and then having a fade on the sides, and I really like it. So I'm going to a party in a few weeks, and I'm going to get that done again before we go. Anyway, enough of my talk about Luke Cage and Defenders and Claire going "Sweet Christmas" and me cringing like hell. Here's the map that we've made. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to take a cool, refreshing drink of whatever the fuck this is. Okay, so what I was thinking for the future was making a road that leads to every single person's home. And what I mean by that is, obviously we've got people like Fox and Goron living up here. We've got Harry and Kento living up there. We've got the people of Ghetto Spawn there. I am that way, I think. I don't know, actually. Do you know what, you guys can actually take a trip around my place if you like, because we haven't been to my place very much, have we? I'll show you guys what's going on with the progress right now. So I've got my Button Mashers map up. Let's have a look. Where actually am I? Oh no, I'm north as well. I'm even further north than Harry or Kento. Fair enough. Yeah, so what I'm planning on doing at some point is making a road that leads to every single person's base from spawn. So in theory, you can take a horse and get anywhere of, you know, of use anyway. So let's go into the Nether, and we're going to take a trip to my place, because I'm actually currently in the middle of recording episode 16, as you guys may know, if you've been keeping up to date with the updates. Trunk loader being weird. And basically, yeah, episode 16 is taking a long time to put out, because the Iron Phoenix is just, it's so big. It's such a big build. The tutorial for it Okay, put this into account. The Iron Titan takes people around 5 or 6 hours to build, apparently. The tutorial for the Phoenix, the tutorial for the Titan, the Iron Titan, the previous version, is about 45 minutes long, I think. Tutorial for the Iron Phoenix, 1 hour 25. I've been working on this project for about 5 hours now. 5 hours on camera, all done in the replay mod. And I am about 30 minutes into the video. So it's going to take a fucking long time. But it's worth it, because it is such a cool farm. And here we are at my place. And there's the Iron Phoenix in the sky up there. I'll show you guys where I'm up to with that in just a second. We have ourselves a villager breeder over here, but there's a... wow. There's a creeper... There's multiple... What? Have people been over here? It looks like people have been over here, but I can't really tell. Weird. Anyway, we have a witch farm, as you guys may know. I think we may have built that in an episode, but I can't actually remember, so don't quote me on that. It's bloody broken again! It keeps breaking! I don't get it. I think I have a solution. Oh, a temporary solution, but it is a solution. That works. That works. God damn it, game. Why can't you just work how I intend? For some reason, you know, this lower platform has to be there. Has to be on that level. Otherwise, the farm is only about 66% as effective, or, you know, 2/3 as effective. It's only two of the farms, 2 of the floors even, can spawn witches. And for some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, when I leave the area, sometimes I come back, and this floor's just in the up position. Literally no reason why, and there is no reason why that would be in the up position and that one wouldn't be, because all 3 of the layers all operate using the same redstone pulse, using the same mechanics. So, when you think about it, if this floor was 1 level raised, so should the above one, so should the above one, because they're all using the same mechanism. You see that? All using the same mechanism. So, why? Why does it get stuck like that? Annoys me. Anyway, so if we ever do find it stuck again, we have some buttons here now that we can use to reset the shit out of it. So it'll grab the pistons. Sorry, use the pistons to grab the sticky blocks and pull them back down again. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna sort my inventories, of course. There we go. So yeah, here we are out of my base. As you guys may know, I have formed a perimeter around the base, which is around 200 by 200 blocks, outlined by this stone brick wall that you can see going outside the edge there. I've been trying to flatten all the land recently. I'm actually doing a pretty decent job, if I do say so myself. And yeah, the stone brick marks a 200 by 200 block boundary. You can see it going over the back there and going around the sides like so. The witch farm is at the centre. That's just the way I've done things. And I've kind of thought recently, if I'm going to dig a 200 by 200 area, which is about 9 million blocks, I'm considering doing a 400 by 400 area. Now, call me crazy, because I wouldn't blame you at all, but I think it's doable. I do read comments. Hello, Gordon Young. Gordon Young, hello, I haven't seen you in a while. You said you'd invite me to a shout. You never did. Screw you. Who is Benjamin Bennett? I have no idea who Benjamin Bennett is, but hello. Hi, I'm new, so who? I meant hi. Do you even read comments? I do, but just not very often, because I usually have my comments open there, but I was reading other information at the time, so I didn't have you open. I'm so sorry, but I also don't give a shit, so kill yourself. That was a bit mean, sorry. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, basically what I'm doing right now is just kind of going around the entire area and flattening out everywhere, because if everywhere's flat, I have the choice then to either dig out all the way to the world, to the bedrock, or I can strip mine and light up all the caves. But honestly, I think we're just going to dig all the way to bedrock and fill this whole place with water, and then make loads of like floating islands in like a big canyon. I think it's going to be cool, but we'll see what happens, really. I don't really have any proper plans yet. Right now, though, I just want to finish the Phoenix. Speaking of, let's go and have a look at the Phoenix. This is how it looks from up here. Lots and lots of redstone. I really like it. It's a very, very cool machine. What this machine does, if you don't know, is it kind of takes the fact that you have to have the Iron Titan in the spawn boundaries, and it kind of destroys those boundaries. Oh, hang on a sec. Do you like Phoenix? Can I get to know where my diamonds went? Says Steiner. My diamonds went. I don't know. Yeah, so basically, yeah, this is the farm, as you can see here. As you guys might know, the Titan, the Iron Titan, also designed by Tango Tech, the best iron farm designer on YouTube in my opinion. The Iron Titan needed to be in spawn chunks. It had to be in the spawn chunks, otherwise it would not operate. If you built it outside of spawn chunks and then unloaded and reloaded the area, it would break, and every single village would merge, and you would just have the equivalent of a single village. This farm does not have that problem, because when you leave the area and come back to the area, this tunnel thing here, this system that you see here, temporarily reloads every single village individually. So basically, what I have to do now, with the Iron Titan you have to build in spawn chunks. With this one you can build anywhere in the world, and then when you enter here you have to just trigger this system, which takes about 5 minutes to update the entire farm to get it working at maximum capacity. What I can do is simply have a system where the main nether portal that people will enter and exit through is a toggle switch which starts the farm up whenever anyone visits. Now that would be pretty sick. That's the thing from the digging. I refunded your money, Rufus. I remember. I don't worry, Stein. I remember what the situation was. For anyone wondering, by the way, Stein asked me to dig a, I think 2-chunk area, all underwater. He had absolutely no plans for what to build there. He just wanted to watch me suffer and dig underwater for what would take about 3 days. So I just said no. And refunded him his diamonds. So yeah, simple misunderstanding there with that. Simple case of I do not work for the sake of it. I will work if you need me to put something there. For example, Des asked me to build... What do you mean where? I gave you diamonds back. Doesn't matter anyway, does it? We all have like 50 stacks now, it doesn't matter. So anyway, yeah, with Des asked me to build a 2x2 hole, 2x2 chunk hole underneath his base at the Ocean Monument. I dug it out, and he's now filling the entire thing with loads of floors of storages, farms, and loads of cool stuff. And I'm actually really proud of him. He's doing a really good job. But Stein was just asking me to dig a hole for the sake of it. So I just said, you know, if you don't have any plans and you're just making me dig to look like a fool, I just don't care. You know, just leave it. So I refunded him, and it never went ahead. So there we go. Yeah, so that's not where I gave you them back, Stein. So actually, speaking of, let's go take a look at some of the things that we've been doing recently. So here we go. Drop my horse off here. Pigman thinks he's a horse for some reason. Alberg. Weird name. Weirdest thing, right? Whenever I drop my horse in here, sometimes he just spawns in the wall and suffocates, and I freak out and have to, like, you know, drag him out the wall. It's kind of weird. Minecraft works very well, as we all know. Hello, Gabcoon. How are you? Right. So, so I've talked about one of the things I wanted to talk about today, which was the map at spawn. I also went off on a massive tangent and talked about defenders. I also went off on a massive tangent and talked about the Iron Phoenix. Now I will talk about. Oh god. Now I will talk about the second thing I want to talk about. Christ. Stop burping, Excalibur. It's really rude. So, here's Des' base. It's very cool. I'm very, very proud of Des' base. He's definitely got one of the most breathtaking bases on the server, without doubt. It's just, you can just see that there's hundreds of hours of work going into this, and it's bloody impressive. Just, you know, showing off all of his skulls around the doorway. Of course he is. So yeah, in here we've got obviously a system now going up to the upstairs, which is pretty cool. And I recently built him this. It is a fish farm storage cell, and what it basically does, it's kind of like a this whole system is a demonstration of what I'm going to be building for myself in the future. So up in here in this top room he has himself a fish farm, which I've customized to be 2 wide, as you can see there. So your regular fish farms are 1 wide. No, I do not want to play League ever again in my life, Mr. Young, because it is the most toxic, cancerous game I've ever played in my life, and as soon as I quit playing it, my life was happier. So there you go. Yeah, sorry Gordon, but yeah. Honestly, maybe some other time, but not today. So yeah, so this fish farm storage, I customized it to make it 2 wide. It was pretty simple to set up. It was just getting the timing right, which was a big problem. And all the items go into the hoppers down there and then filter into this system downstairs through this pipe, which is actually hidden in some wood there, as you can see. So it all goes into the system, and then if this lever gets flipped here, flip it off, every single item in the storage chest, bloody hell. Damn! Dude! He's getting some good stuff here. Yeah, so basically, whenever the entire storage system is completely full to the brim, you can flip this lever right here, and they will all drain from this side going down here. They'll go down a little system here, which goes down to the back, and as you can see from back here, hoppers go down to there, and they'll get shot into nowhere because it's not finished. Sorry, Des. It's not finished yet, but it will be in the near future. So yeah, so basically what I did there for him was set up an entire fish farm storage, which can be toggled on and off, which I thought was pretty cool. Because, as you guys know, the fish farm storage I got in my place, once you fill up all the chests, it's just full and you can't do anything. You have to manually empty everything. With Dez's fish farm here, into a very tight space, I managed to fit a system which filled up and then could be emptied automatically, which I thought was pretty cool. You don't speak English, you speak French. I'm so sorry I don't speak French. I do speak moron, but unfortunately I'm not very good, so I could set you up with that sometime if you do like, though. John, should we have some fun? I'm going to speak moron for a minute. Let's do that. Someone put in chat what I should speak in moron, and I will genuinely say it in moron. You think I'm bluffing right now, but I'm actually not. Put something in chat that I should say in moron, and I will repeat it in moron. And it will sound very moronic. So yeah. Where did you put my diamonds? I've been wondering where they are. I put them in your chest. As in, I think I like threw them at your face when you were there, actually, as well. Anyway. So yeah, Dez's base is cool. So, yeah. Here we are back in the nether as well. Good stuff. So, first thing I wanted to talk about today was the map at spawn, which we'll go take a look at again now. Second thing I wanted to talk about was the mic setup. I've been using this headset around my neck as a mic for about a year now, if not 2 years, possibly longer. And honestly, it works really well. As you can hear, you know, obviously from the fact that this microphone is picking up my voice pretty well and not much background noise. The way this whole system works is pretty gimmicky, if you know what I mean. The way it works is the headset around my neck here. Usually the headset's supposed to be worn like this. I'll show you. It's supposed to be worn like this. And when it's worn like this, the microphone is all the way out here. Now, don't get me wrong, this is comfier, because this is how the headphones are supposed to be worn. But the mic is so far away from my face that it doesn't pick up very well. And I'm actually going to test this for just a second by listening to myself, if that's okay. So I'm going to stop talking now and we'll hear my reverb. It's picking up my voice pretty well and not much background noise. The way this whole system works is pretty gimmicky, if you know what I mean. The way it works is the headset around my neck here. Usually the headset's supposed to be worn like this. I'll show you. It's supposed to be worn like this. And when it's worn like this, the microphone is all the way out here. Now, don't get me wrong, this is comfier, because this is how the headphones are supposed to be worn. But the mic is so far away from my face that it doesn't pick up very well. And I'm actually going to test this for just a second by listening to myself, if that's okay. So I'm going to stop talking now and we'll hear my reverb. My life is a lie. This is fine. I've been uncomfortably wearing my headset around my neck for about 2 years, and I could have worn it on my head the entire time and sacrificed no quality. Anyway, on a slightly unrelated note, yeah, the second thing I want to talk about today was possibly getting a new microphone. I've got a pretty good job going at the moment, IRL. I'm working as an estate agent. I think I might have said that a few times actually on here now. I'm pretty proud of myself for how decent my life is looking at the moment outside of school. That's a story for another day though, Christ. And basically, I have lots of money now, and my paycheck's coming in about a week, a little over 2 weeks. Little under 2 weeks even, little under 2 weeks. And I'm going to get lots of money, and I was thinking to myself the other day, I've got all this money now, I can't actually think of anything I want to buy, you know? Aside from possibly buying electronics for these things, these beautiful bastards, because I'm going to be installing these in the future with my own stuff. In fact, let's talk lightsabers for a bit. Lightsabers are awesome. So this is my favourite lightsaber I've got right now, simply because of the electronics inside it. It is the Ultra Sabers Archon V2.1. Thinking of doing a review on it, but not sure right now. Let me just get the chat up. Let's have a look. What chest? I can't find them. Stein, Stein, we were at your base at the ocean the other week. Not the other week, it was months ago. And I threw 15 diamonds at you, and you put them straight into a chest. So unless you forgot, I don't know where they are. Anyway, enough of this nonsense. So yeah, this is the Archon V2.1 from Ultra Sabers. It is, it's supposed to be based very loosely on the Luke design from Episode 6. As you can see, the fact that it has the grooved section and the flat section here, where there'd usually be a clamp here, but obviously not, because it's custom built. And then you've got the kind of, you know, knurled pommel, as you can see there, with a CoverTech wheel instead of a D-ring, because it's more modernised. Thin neck doesn't really look thin, because it's fat, so yeah, but it's better for dueling. That's the reason why it's done like so. And I am thinking of doing some modifications on this pretty soon. As soon as JQ Sabers gets some parts back in stock, I'm going to be replacing this top section with a thin neck and a slanted emitter on top of it. It's going to be pretty cool. And also a much more low profile pommel, so honestly it will just, like, if I just take this off, it'll just look like that. So top section's going to be thin neck, slanted emitter, and the low profile, very, very low profile pommel is just going to look like that. So there we go. Put that back like that. So yeah, this is my favourite saber right now because it does have sound and light. So as you can see, if I turn this on, not sure how well you guys can hear that, but and I can put a blade in this thing as well and have it work properly. Let's do that actually. I haven't had some fun with this thing since last night, and that feels like forever because lightsabers are life. So yeah. I always find funny with this hobby, because I'm now considering this my hobby, to be honest. It just is. It's pretty simple to see that this is my hobby that I'm going to be doing for the next few years of my life, very likely. Go back in. Let's get this thing in here. There we go. Tighten that up. Okay. So yeah. So we've got the hilt, as you can see there. Blade comes in. Lights up green. So there you go. So there you go. Very, very cool. This is obviously very cool. I mean, come on, as a Star Wars fan, you have about as close as you're going to get to a real lightsaber. And now, the most often comment I get about these lightsabers is, oh, but you can pick those up for like 10 quid in Tesco. Yes, you can, but they are 100% plastic, terribly inaccurate, and the blade. Okay, my blade is like, also I can't really show you obviously, but this is the end of the blade. Comes all the way to here. The blade is 37 inches long. And the blades for the plastic ones you get in Tesco are like staggered, so that they can fit all the way into the hilt, and they're about 12 inches long, I think, at most, so it's embarrassingly tiny. So this is about as accurate as you're going to get to real life, as you can see there. So yeah, there you go. So lightsabers are life, everything's good. Why is my phone on? I didn't say OK Google. OK Google, stop opening. No, I said stop opening. I said to my phone, stop opening, because it opened up OK Google and it found a place called One Stop. No, I wasn't saying OK Google. Just go away. You know, go away. So there we go. Lightsabers are cool. Don't worry about it, Steins. It's absolutely fine. So yeah, hobbies. Hobbies are very, very cool and very, very fun, and lightsabers are life. I always go off on such a massive tangent. Today's video was about the map, and one other thing which I haven't even spoken about yet, and I've gone off talking about lightsabers. Anyway, yes, my point being was, I'm getting money nowadays, and I have money to spend, so obviously one of the things I'll be looking to do in the future is installing this boy with electronics. I'm going to be going with, for any of you that do understand, Nano Biscotti V4, a blue, green, white LED, which is going to be in there as well, singular AV switch activation, because I can't be bothered finding someone to drill a second AV switch, and Saberforge only gave me one, so we'll go with it. And also possibly a bass speaker as well, because I do actually really want a bass speaker. This thing is currently empty. Not sure how well you guys will be able to see this, but if you look right into there, the hilt is completely and utterly empty. So you can literally put anything through this and it will go straight the way through. So yeah, most of my money in the future now, well, not most of it, but some of it, Most of what I spend anyway, because I won't be spending all of it, obviously, because that's just not smart. We'll be going into modifying and upgrading this, because I am really excited to get this thing installed with my own personalised electronics. And aside from that, I'm going to be obviously modifying this thing as well to have a different emitter, different pommel, different LED, because I'm going to be switching it out for a blue-blue-white, which can be exchanged for a deep red white, or possibly a deep red white. Green photon blade, so I can switch out the photon blade and the regular blade to have a blue white and a green white and a red white. Possibly a bass speaker, if I can replace it. Wire up the flash on clash channels as well, because right now this thing doesn't have flash on clash, as you can see here. If I press the button, no flash on clash. So there you go, no flash on clash. So there we go, go away. I've been doing this entire thing with my tiny little webcam in the corner. I could have just done this the whole time, couldn't I? Hello, it's me. Me in real life. I haven't had a shower yet today, so excuse my filthiness. In fact, let's put that back. Yeah. Anyway, so back to Minecraft. The thing I'm actually talking about right now. The second biggest love of my life after lightsabers alone. I should really rank all the things that I like hobby-wise at some point in the future. TV shows, movies, lightsabers, Minecraft, Team Fortress, Spore, Portal, you know, all the good stuff in life. I really need to learn how to not go off on a tangent, because it happens way too often, and sorry, I've kind of wasted a lot of your time if you are still watching. Anyway, it's been fun, and I've enjoyed myself, so that's all that matters really, isn't it? On to the second subject of today that I was going to talk about, which is the microphone I am using. I've been using this headset for about 2 years, and I've only just today discovered that it doesn't need to be around my neck because it works just as well on my head. Basically, I've been thinking of upgrading my mic recently, because I was talking then about how, you know, I have money to spend nowadays. I have, for the first time in a while, a really decent job, which is giving me quite a bit of money, which I can actually spend on shit that I would like to buy to improve things in life, like hobbies. So there you go. Lightsabers are something I'll be spending money on, because I am bloody obsessed. Is the only way I can really put it. But I think it is about time I upgraded my microphone, because we have been using the same microphone now for a long ass time, and it's really not a good setup, to be honest. So priority number one right now, I will say, is buying a good microphone. If any of you have any recommendations of what kind of microphone you think I should buy, please do shout out, because I would like some recommendations. When it comes to buying microphones, I have no idea. When it comes to buying headsets, I do know. So headsets, I would say Sennheiser, Sony, Plantronics, Logitech. Those are the 4 providers I would go to, all for different reasons. Sony are really good if you're going to use like an aux cable and just put it onto your phone, or onto, like, you know, an iPad or something like that, and you want to watch movies or whatever. Sennheiser are great for that. Logitech are obviously the best for gaming, because my Logitech headset, which is actually right here, this thing doesn't get used much anymore, to be honest, but I still do use it occasionally. 8 speakers in the actual headphone cup things, as you can see here. They're massive. They're absolutely huge, these headset cups, but 8 speakers, and they're incredibly bassy. And yeah, so for gaming, if I want to actually, you know, game on like a proper game, sit down and play a really quality game like Alien Isolation or Team Fortress or GTA or something like that, wear these and you get brilliant surround sound. But yeah, so Logitech for gaming, Plantronics are these. The only reason why I'd suggest them, because these are good. So Plantronics, Logitech, Sony, and Sennheiser are good for everything else, in my opinion. So I might be going around and finding a microphone built by Sony or Sennheiser or Logitech or somewhere, I don't really know. Yeah, people always rant and rave about the Blue Yeti. It's supposed to be like, oh, the best recording microphone you can possibly buy. But I've heard a lot of reviews about it, which are like, it's incredibly overrated. It's like the iPhone of the microphone world, if you know what I mean. It's just someone slapped a cool logo on it, and everyone's like, oh, have you heard of the Blue Yeti? And everyone's like, Blue Yeti, that sounds awesome. Oh, the reviews are really good, and it's pretty expensive, therefore it must be really good. And then you actually look into it, and you actually use it, and it's like, bit overrated. So yeah, so I'm going to be looking around, doing some searching, doing some googling, doing some pricing up, and at some point in the future I'm going to be buying myself a new microphone. So if you ever see me recording now with a webcam, I might not be wearing a headset. that's not even being used because these are not actually turned on right now, just using this, literally just this. You have no idea the amount of times I've considered ripping this microphone off the headset and like planting it on a stand or something, because it's a pretty damn good microphone. But I'm just worried I'd break all the electronics and the wires, so I'm just like, I'm not even going to risk it, to be honest. It's not worth it. So I think that just about concludes our stream. I've spoken about two things I wanted to speak about to you guys, and I've also spoken about, I don't know, about half a dozen things that I had absolutely no plans to talk about, which is just always the way these things go, isn't it? Hello, Mr. Zomba. There we go. Reaction speed, good job. Yeah, so I've spoken about the things I wanted to speak about, and I've spoken about things that I had no clue I was going to talk about, so I think that just about concludes our stream. Anyone who does log onto the server now, I hope you enjoy this map that I've constructed. I think it looks very, very nice, and if you do build anything in these 25 squares, feel free to steal the maps, update them, but please do put them back, because I don't really want to be going around and replacing all the maps, because I've spent 100 iron on this. I mean, it's 4 times 25, isn't it? So yeah, I've spent 100 iron ingots on this map. So yeah, and iron's in short supply on the server because everyone's desperate for it nowadays for hoppers and for beacons. So that map's surprisingly expensive. So guys, please be nice. Please be nice. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Little live stream as the house is empty right now and I can actually use the internet. Just always the way it goes in my place. If there's anyone here, I can't live stream because someone goes, Matthew, why is the internet not working? And I'm just like, okay, well I have to jump off now, so goodbye. But yeah, no one in the house, and there is still no one in the house right now, so have the internet to myself, which is always a good thing. And that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little live stream that I did not really plan for. But yeah, so just to conclude, little map on the server now that you guys can all go and use if you would like to, and also I'm thinking of buying myself a new microphone, so any suggestions are greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching, have a very nice day, and hashtag break the bank. I hate this, you know, I've done this so many times now. I like to end on a weird note and then just stop recording and it's done, but I have to like go over here and set up everything properly. Let's just find the bye bye.